just gonna give this a try. Just because I'm tired of typing out arguments and I'm really getting sick of the arguments and I've tried losing logic and whatnot. So okay, so I keep seeing that like 1.4% people died and everybody else was recovered from the COVID-19. Okay, here's the actual numbers. So we have 142,000 cases right now in the U.S. 3 weeks ago, on March 7th, we had 402. Of the 142,000 cases we have so far, 2,600 of them have recovered. They think they recovered, and 2,479 have definitely died. So, so basic facts is this: the problem with it is that we've only been experiencing this for less than a month now. It's an incubation period of 2 weeks, up to 2 weeks, where you can be just you're contagious but asymptomatic. So you're infecting everyone around you. So we're barely into that, barely into the initial phase of the incubation period being over with for people. So people have been walking around for the last 3 weeks infecting each other. This number is going to skyrocket way higher now. Now, with the 2,400 deaths, those people are all treated in hospital on ICU that they were dying. So now, when the numbers skyrocket, we're running out. By next week, we'll be out of equipment. We'll be out of staff because 1 in 10 people being infected right now are health workers. So we'll be out of health workers by 2 weeks. We'll be out of equipment in 1 week. People will be having to deal with this at home without ventilators, without anything, because there's been no place to go. That's the issue. That's the problem. That's the main fear. It's the death rate is currently in the world 4.4%. That's ridiculously high. But that's for people that are going to hospitals, people with like universal health care, people that can go to hospitals. And so far, no other country is allowed to just go free range like we have. We still haven't even ramped up testing yet. We've allowed it to go completely free range. They were still talking containment last week when we were so far beyond that, it's not even funny. But those are the actual stats. So the total numbers, we're not even in the death point yet. We had almost nobody in this country with known cases in this country just 4 weeks ago. And with the average death day being 18.5 days after you go symptomatic and 2 weeks of incubation period before that, we haven't even begun to get the surge yet. We haven't begun to try doing containment yet either. So those are the actual numbers. Since you don't need, I don't really expect you to listen to me about logic and numbers and things like that and the concerns here. Did you know I can talk to plants? Yeah, this is my friend Basil. Basil says that you prefer water to Brondo, and you should socially distance yourself because these numbers are insane. Everybody who's getting near people that are infected or getting infected. The contagious rate on this thing is insane. And the death rate is really, really high, especially for Americans. It's going to be, especially for Americans. It's like 49% for people over the age of 80, of course. It's 25% for people over the age of 60. If you've ever smoked in your life, done drugs, anything like that, you have diabetes, any of the things that most Americans have, your number's like 20% likely to die. So it's none of this like 1.4% crap. Instead, there's only been 2,600 people that have recovered. Well, they believe they've recovered. Who knows if they're going to go through a secondary infection or whatever after that. But they have recovered from the initial COVID-19 infection. So it's about the same number of people that have recovered as have died. And everybody else is in the limbo in between. We have no idea what this number is going to be. But as my plant friend says, you should socially distance and get input water. Also in other news, Biden now has 9 sexual assault accusers. He's basically just become the second most popular rapist or incompetent rapist running for president right now. Yeah, everything that everybody's hated about Trump for the last 3 years, Biden exemplifies. Just not as good as Trump is. Biden can't even make it through an interview right now without totally fucking it up. Trump's going to eat him alive. Sorry, that's just the way it is. Trump might be crazy, might have dementia, but he does not have dementia nearly as bad as Joe Biden does. Joe Biden also has a horrible track record. 9 accusers for sexual assault. They're all credible. Yeah, I don't see how you can run them against him. Also, his exit polls have double-digit discrepancies. Every primary he's won, there have been double-digit discrepancies in the exit polls to machine totals. His machine totals are uncountable. We have no way of auditing them. So the exit polls, which are anything over the margin of error, which is usually 2 to 4%, is considered fraud. And we threatened to invade countries because their elections were fake, because they had 4% or 4.1% discrepancy. He's got double-digit discrepancies. Almost coincidentally, the same numbers that we take his earlier polling numbers to give him wins in those states. So yeah, it's about time to stop that joke. And see other things? Yeah. So what do you think? Yeah, don't nominate a rapist when you're running against a rapist. It's just stupid. Thanks, Plant. That's about it. Bye.